Cheers. Lovely. Welcome to episode 4 of the Road to Super Training Christmas Classic. It's Monday today, so inevitably I've got squat and bench, but this week it's going to be slightly different in terms of my training because I've got things going on which are very exciting, but it does mean that training is going to be slightly disrupted, but all for good reason, because on Friday it is my friend Adam's wedding. He's getting married to Georgia, and I'm a groomsman at their wedding, so I'm going to be heading down there on Thursday evening. So I've decided to deadlift on Thursday. Obviously I won't be able to on Friday, and I'm going to skip my mid-session, so I'm going to only train twice this week, and next week I've got an exam and I'm going to be heading down to St Ives, so that's also going to put a little bit of disruption into my training, but it's all for good reasons. In these sort of situations, training doesn't take priority. So obviously my mate getting married and the fact I'm going to be going on holiday, so it's going to maybe act as a little bit of a deload, or at least removing a couple of sessions, which will allow for that extra recovery as well. So yeah, very exciting. So today I'm also going to be training with my old SBD belt, because I realised that the 2XL was actually too big, and I also realised this belt is a large, not an XL. So after this whole time thinking that this was actually an XL, it turns out it's actually a large, which does make sense. So I've sent the XXL back, and I'm waiting for them to exchange it for an XL, which I think is going to be the appropriate size, especially as in the next few months I'm going to be looking to drop weight after my competition, so there's no point in me getting a XXL where I'm not going to be able to fill that out. So I think an XL is probably a good size. Alright then, still warming up. I decided that for this session I'm going to film all of my sets from the side angle, because I'm starting to worry a little bit about my depth. Last week I think it was pretty close, so I've added in a couple of extra mobility drills today, just focusing a little bit on ankle mobility and just getting the hips and just sort of the joints involved with the squat a little bit more mobile. So I'm hoping that's going to have a positive effect on my depth today. So I'm going to film everything from the side and hopefully nail depth today. So we're working up to 242.5, so this 170, let's get it done. I'll be honest with you, it is already feeling better. I just feel more loose and more mobile. The last few weeks I felt really stiff, so I think maybe adding in a little bit more mobility is going to help. Haven't seen the footage back, but I definitely feel like that was low enough, so I just need to keep that consistent all the way through my top sets. Cool. Must admit, that felt pretty good. Strength-wise, feeling all right. Definitely felt like it was low enough, but I'll watch it back now. Yeah, maybe I just need to warm up a little bit more.
feeling a lot more confident about depth after watching that back. I'm just going to film the backward sets from the front now. Got 203.5, 2 sets of 3 paused. Normally my back down sets are pretty good for depth. I think just that pause really helps emphasize that. So do that, do a little bit of leg press as an accessory, and then onto bench. Got 145 for 2. Right, early training session today. I say early, it's 10 o'clock, but I never train in the morning, so I'm having some breakfast, and that's another thing that I never normally have. I normally have my first meal around 12, 1 o'clock, so forcing down some porridge just to get some good carbs in there, with some golden syrup for some instant carbs as well. So it's deadlifts today, and like I said earlier, I believe I'm going to be ditching the straps. So I'm going to be relying on my grip today and see how that goes. So I'm a little bit nervous. The weight should be fine, it's only 270 kilos, but I have no idea what my grip is going to be like, because the only thing that I've really gripped in the last few months is around that sort of 220, 230 mark. So I'll have to, bloody hell, that's just gone down my throat. I'll have to wait and see. I've also been a little bit under the weather for the last few days, I think because I've had my jabs. I think maybe I just had a small reaction to that, so I'm feeling a bit headachy, but we'll go in and we'll see what we can do. So I'm just having a pre-workout party with my porridge. That reminds me actually, I don't know if any of you are old enough to remember Josh Hancock as a powerlifter. I used to watch his content probably 7-8 years ago, and he used to have pre-workout parties, and it probably sounds really sad, but actually looked really fun. Just basically had a load of his mates round that we're going to go to the gym with and had pre-workout and played video games and stuff. It doesn't sound that cool, does it? But I thought it was.
This is my time.
Right, so things have escalated slightly since the gym. So the gym session went really well. Managed to hold on to 270 kilos, which is kind of what the goal was. But when I actually got back to the gym, I suddenly felt absolutely horrendous. Basically had a migraine. I'm feeling a little bit better now, but Lois is having to chauffeur do the driving down to London, where we're going to Adam's wedding, which is really exciting. That is tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a little bit of film as well to show you that, but yeah, it's a little bit disappointing that I'm not going to be able to hang out with the guys tonight, because the plan was for me to go and sort of, because I'm one of the groomsmen there, so I was going to be the groomsmen party, I guess they're called. We're going to have a few drinks tonight and hang out together, but I'm feeling so rough, I'm probably just going to have to stay in at the Airbnb, but it does mean I get to stay with Lois, which isn't the worst thing in the world, I guess.
I just have to share the bed.
Yeah, she was looking forward to starfishing the king-size bed, but now she's got this heifer lump in with her now.
Poorly boy.
Poorly boy, yeah. So I think we're going to stop off for some food at some point, maybe get a Mackie D's. I am tempted to try the new McRib, which has just come out. So about an hour ago, I definitely wasn't up for eating anything, but I'm feeling a little bit better now. So
You were in bed, weren't you?
I was literally in bed, like pillow over my eyes to shield me from any light, just because I don't know if any of you have had a migraine, but they're not fun. But yeah, probably gonna drive for another hour or so and then pull into a service station and then get some food.
I mean, with my driving, we'll be there in 45.
Speedy Gonzales over here. Right, so I've wanted to try this for the longest time, but it has not been in the UK for like 8, 9, 10 years or something. So this is the first time trying the McRib. It tastes very processed. I don't really mind that. I know there's been some really bad reviews for it, but I quite like it.
Would you have it again?
Maybe. Not for the price. It's like £5. If it was like similar to that of like a double cheeseburger or something, I probably would, but that's alright. But yeah, much needed after a bit of travelling and not feeling too great, but I'm definitely feeling a little bit better. But to be honest with you, I'm just thinking about getting there and getting some sleep.
Everyone just has to hear you eat now. Sorry, everyone.
That's true, I forgot that the microphone's like right by my mouth.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Out of 5, what would you give it?
Out of 5. I'd give it a 3.75.
What would push it up to a 4? If we're on about a 3.75.
If the meat actually tasted a bit more like meat. Right, we've made it to our Airbnb. It's about 10 o'clock at night now. We are absolutely shattered, so I think we're pretty much going to head straight to sleep. But a little tour without getting Lois in the shop, because she's getting ready for bed. Here we go, it's like a little annex just above a garage. Nice little shot of the bathroom. But yeah, tomorrow it's wedding day.
Not ours.
Not our wedding day, no. Maybe one day soon though.
When forever comes tomorrow, what has been will always be. Time and again, my darling, you're everything. So let the world grow in a garden. Hear me now and know the truth. Hear the beating of my It's always you. It's always you. Like the sun that's steady rising, like a secret I can't keep. I have loved you for forever, endlessly. It's always you. It's always you. It's always you. Always been you. It's always you. It's always you. Always been you. It's always you. It's always you. Always been you. It's always you. It's always you. Always been you. It's always you. It's always you. Always been you. When forever comes tomorrow, what is been will always be. Time in my garden, you're It's always you. It's always you. Always been you. It's always you. It's always you. Always been you. It's always you. It's always you. Always been you. It's always you. It's always you. Always been